Hello and welcome to the fifth quarter, built by Trinity Homes. I'm Ben Eschenbaugh, Joe Mercado, and Shelby Cassesi will soon be joining us in studio. A dozen stadiums to visit, and we begin about a mile from our location here. Bridgeport hosting Robert C. Byrd in the annual rivalry matchup. This, the fifth meeting of the last 3 seasons. On Bridgeport's second possession, Gordon Swiger finds J.T. Harris on the swing pass. Harris finds the sideline, and 31 yards later, he finds the end zone. It's 7-0 Indians. Early on, Bridgeport defense very tough again tonight. Senior linebacker Seth Friel stops Brandon Cook for no gain here, but RCB's defense would return the favor. BHS facing 4th and 1. Govin Davidson stops Swiger for a loss. Eagles take over on downs, but the Indian D would force a turnover. Cook is stripped. John Thomas falls on it for the Indians and at the RCB 17-yard line, and 3 plays later, it's Harris. He's in from 3 yards out. Bridgeport leads it 14-0. Later, the Indians on the move again. This time Swiger keeps it himself. He steps out of a tackle and he is gone. 24 yards for the score. BHS extends the lead to 21-0 midway through the second quarter. Still in the second, RCB Trey Junkins looking to throw. He is swarmed by 3 Indian defenders. The ball comes loose and Mackenzie Holmes is there for the recovery at the Eagle 11. On the next play, it's Swiger. He finds Friel open for the touchdown. BHS leads at 27-0 at the break. Early second half now. Here comes J.T. Harris right at you. He takes the punt return deep into Eagle territory, and he springs himself right there down the sidelines. That would lead to this 3-yard touchdown by Swiger. It's 33-0 at that point. Swiger runs for 2 scores on the evening, and he throws for 2 more. Bridgeport goes on to win the final 41-7. The Indians remain unbeaten in Class AA, while Byrd falls to 1-3. East Fairmont hosting Lincoln at East West tonight, but it would be all Cougars early and often. Picking up in the second quarter, game tied at 0-0. Chase Riley puts Lincoln in striking distance after this 62-yard catch and run, which would put the Cougars down at the 12-yard line. 3 plays later, tight end Kyle Owens barrels into the end zone to break the goose egg, and after the extra point, Lincoln is up 7-0. A few drives later, Lincoln back with the ball. They take a chance at converting on 4th and 5, which worked out because the very next play, Brandon Weaver gashes the Bees defense for this 22-yard run, putting the Cougars up 14-0 with 5:22 left in the half. Next possession for the Cougars. They turn it into another huge play after Kobe Carpenter hits Dustin Marks over the middle. That turned into a 69-yard catch and score. That puts the Cougars up 21-0 before half. And the Bees struggles continue here, not being able to find an offense behind that speedy Lincoln secondary. They come up with a big play after big play. Cougars win big. The final 48-0. The Cougars improve to 3-1. East falls to 1-3. Elkins fans fired up in Randolph County for their homecoming. In this one, the Tigers get things started as Jarrett Zopp throws a sideline pass to Blake Loftus for a 12-yard gain and a first down. And 2 plays later, Zopp is going to look to pass. He keeps it himself, however, and he goes 10 yards for another first down to keep the drive alive. The drive would stall, however, but George Triplett kicks a 37-yard field goal here. This in the running for the boot of the week. The Tigers lead it 3-0. Later, Preston's Tucker Nissel is back to punt. It's blocked by Chance Burdett. Elkins takes over deep in Knight territory, and on the next play, it's Zopp again on the keeper. That's a gain of 13 yards, and two plays following that, Corey Gillespie goes up the middle for big yardage all the way down to the Preston 10-yard line before he's finally taken to the turf, and that would set this up. Zopp goes around the end and into the end zone. The PAT is good, so Elkins takes a 10-0 lead. The Knights would fight back, though, on 3rd down. Joseph Boyles goes up top to Victor Ededukun, and he's down all the way to the Elkins 8-yard line. But on the next play, Brady Baker is stripped by Jeremiah Koger, and Elkins recovers to stop the drive. The Tigers go on to win the final in this one, 38-6. The Tigers pick up their first win of the season, while Preston falls to 1-3. The Colts of Philip Barber playing host to the Liberty Mountaineers this evening. Second quarter, PB is striking first as Hunter Mason gets the handoff. He gets around the end and he races past the secondary. He takes this one to the house. That's a 62-yard score. Bad point after attempt, though, makes it 6-0 Colts. Couple plays later, Dalton Westfall gets the handoff and he's going to punch his way in from 2 yards out. Bad PAT makes this one tied. It's 6-all. Next Liberty possession, Westfall again gets the handoff. He breaks through the line, sheds off a would-be tackler, and he takes this one to the house. 69-yard score. The point after makes it 13-6 Mountaineers. Liberty would recover a fumble on the ensuing kickoff, and they take it at the 2-yard line here as Westfall gets the call and punches it in, making it 19-6. That's his second score of the evening, and Liberty would pour it on from there. Just before time expires in the third quarter, Lance gets the call, and he scores from 2 yards out, making it 25-6. Liberty would go on to win this one, the final 32-13. Liberty evens their record at 2-2, while PB still fights on for its first win. We head out to Parsons, Tucker County, hosting. This is Grafton. Trey Schuff gets a snap, he drops back, and he hits Gunnar Haley making the catch. That beats the defense to the end zone. Gilmer County gets the first score. The Titans knocking again here. Schuff again drops back, and he looks for the end zone. Dalton Law comes up with the catch and extends the Titan lead to 12-0. Titans looking for the 2 as Schuff throws to the corner. He finds Hunter Self in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. It's 14-0. Sherman looking to go deep, but Law goes and gets the interception. The Titans get the possession, and they look to score again before the half. Schuff again taking the snap. He rolls out and beats the defense at the corner. Touchdown Titans. They go up 20-0. Looking to get the 2-point conversion here. Schuff takes it himself, gets it across the line, and Gilmer takes a 22-0 lead into the half. They go on to win the final 36-6. Gilmer County is unbeaten, 4-0 on the season, beaten then unbeaten Sherman. Now we head out to Parsons, Tucker County hosting undefeated Moorfield. This is Grafton, Notre Dame and Grafton in this one. Grafton's 3 possessions here. It's 1st and 10 at 35. Garrett Wellman hands off to Cole Collins, direct traffic through the line, and he has a 65-yard score. Extra point is good, so it's 7-0 Bearcats on top. We jump to the 6 minutes left in the half. Irish driving, 2nd and 18 from the 40. Ryan Lassmer drops back, fires far side to Hunter Emerson. He cuts it back inside, down to the 6-yard line. 3 plays later, Lassmer rolls out, and he's going to fire to Noah Bohanna at the goal line. He's in for the score. The extra point is no good, so Notre Dame still trails Grafton 7-6. Grafton coming right back next series. Second play, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wellman hands off to Collins. He starts up the middle. He cuts it to the outside, to the sideline, to the end zone. Extra point is good, so it's 14-6. Bearcats on top. Jump to 1 minute left in the third. Notre Dame driving. It's 1st and 10 from the 22. Lassmer drops back. He floats one to the back of the end zone to Antonio Brewer for the touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. It's 21-14. Grafton on top. 7 early in the fourth quarter here. Grafton driving. He's topped off this 3-yard run by Matthew McDaniel. Makes it 28-14, and Grafton goes on to win the final 34-14. Grafton is 3-1, while the Irish fall to 1-3. Okay, now we will head out to Parsons. Here we go. Tucker County hosting undefeated Moorfield. The Yellow Jackets setting the tone early with the run. Jacob Stickley on the sweep. He takes it to the left side for a pickup of 12 down to the Tucker 47. They get it to the 20, then Sloan Williams hits Varsy Bright on the wide receiver screen. Bright has an open field ahead of him for the score. It's a big day for number 20. PAT no good at 6-0 Moorfield. Next MHS drive late in the first. Stickley just running through would-be tacklers for a pickup of 20 near the red zone. That drive continues here into the second quarter. Williams has Bright again on the quick slant this time. That's an 11-yard score. 2-point conversion makes it 14-0. Moorfield gets the ball right back here. Play action. Williams is stripped by Eddie Kashmarek on the rollout. Cole Rapp falls on it for Tucker at the Mountain Lion 44. It's going the other way. On that drive, Luke Pulling on the read option pulls it in for himself, and he's got a pickup of 19 down to the Moorfield 31. And Tucker would capitalize. Pulling pitches to Rapp, who pulls up and finds William Calloway down the far sideline for a 26-yard touchdown. Mountain Lions on the board. They trail 14-6. But the Jackets start to pull away to end the half. Stickley with another bruising carry for a gain of 17. He ended with 110 yards and a score on 16 rushes for the night. Same drive, Williams has Bright past the goal line once more for his third score of the evening. That's nearly 200 yards of total offense for Bright on the night. He scored 5 times as Moorfield rolls in the second half. The final of this one, 48-21. Tucker County falls to 1-3. Coming up after the break, we'll have Shelby Cassesi and Joe Mercado taking over in my stead, so stay tuned as the fifth quarter continues built by Trinity Homes.
The hit of the week belongs to Garrett Owens, a freshman from Ritchie County. He makes a fantastic open field tackle on Calhoun County quarterback Dylan Haney. And for that incredible takedown, he gets our hit of the week award. We'll hear more from that game in a few minutes. Welcome back to the fifth quarter, built by Trinity Homes. We'll make stops along Route 50 in Ritchie and Doddridge County for a pair of single-A games. But first, we'll start with a triple-A matchup from Morgantown. Last season in Week 4, Wheeling Park defeated University 41-14, but a different scenario this year. University is already 3-0. We pick things up in the second quarter. Clay Bailey gives the handoff to Trevor Barnhart, who lowers his shoulder to give the Hawks a 7-0 lead. Second quarter now, still Amir Richardson takes the direct snap. He breaks the tackle, and it's open field all the way to the end zone, and the Hawks lead by 2 scores now. It's 14-0 Hawks. Wheeling Park trying to get some momentum, though. Cross Wilkinson finds Lorenz Clark, who is coming out of the backfield, and he does the rest as they cut the lead to 14-6 after a bad point-after attempt. Moving on now to the third quarter. The Hawks strike again as Bailey launches the ball to Richardson again, and he makes a great over-the-shoulder catch, making it 21-6. UHS beginning to run away with things, but Park strikes back as Wilkinson's pass over the middle to Jack Stakem, who takes it into the end zone, making the score 21-13. UHS still leading in this one. Moving on now to the fourth quarter. Park cuts the lead to 2 points after the handoff to Clark, who finds a hole and makes a couple of cuts, and he is into the end zone, making the score 21-19 after a failed 2-point conversion. But then the Hawks extend their lead. Isaiah Utt punches it in, making it 28-19, and he is on pace for another record season. But Park would get the ball inside the 10-yard line, but would fail to connect with Michael Maffini, and that would do University. Takes this one 28-19, avenging last year's loss. Homecoming in Doddridge County for the Battle of the Bulldogs. Tigers Valley making the trip to West Union. Doddridge leads 19-8 at halftime, trying to extend that on the first play of the fourth quarter. Logan Gogan takes it in from 2 yards out. A missed PAT gives DCHS a 25-8 lead. Tigers Valley with the ball now going for it on fourth down. Hunter Davis takes the snap and tries to get the first down, but he's gobbled up by several members of the Green Bulldogs. DCHS takes over on downs at the 50-yard line. On the ensuing possession, it's third down, and check out this run from Hunter Riffle. He takes the snap, runs right, stiff arms a defender to avoid the loss on the play, reverses and finds an opening down the left sideline. He shakes off another tackler and runs up the middle. All of that for a 24-yard gain and a first down. Then on the very next play, Curtis James takes it the rest of the way for a 19-yard score. That makes it 32-8 after the good PAT, and Doddridge County defeats Tigers Valley 38-14, the final score. An excited crowd in Ritchie County tonight. The Rebels hosting Calhoun County, both teams searching for their first victory. Third down for the Red Devils. Dylan Heine rolls left, but he's taken down by Zach Utter in the end zone for a safety. And just like that, Ritchie goes up 2-0. Calhoun with the ball again, but Noah Allen fumbles in the backfield, and it's recovered by the Rebels. They drive down the field, putting a solid drive together, but then Tatum McCloy throws a pass over the middle, and he's picked off by Sony Wilson. However, that ensuing drive stalls, and it's Ritchie's ball again. Utter getting some offense going for the Rebels. He takes us 31 yards down to the Calhoun 33-yard line. Then the Rebels cash in. It's Utter again, this time for 19 yards into the end zone. The 2-point conversion fails, and it's 8-0 Ritchie County. Calhoun with the response on the following drive, though. Seth Moore rumbles up the middle, and he's brought down at the goal line. The ball comes loose, and Zachy Anero jumps on it in the end zone for good measure. The 2-point conversion fails to make it 8-6 at the half, but Calhoun rallies back in the second half in a close one. Red Devils win 26-24. And Joe Mercado has more scores and highlights after the break.
Time now for the Benny's Boot Hill Boot of the Week. We go out to Elkins. Tigers' George Triplett with a 37-yard field goal through the uprights. That leads the Tigers to a 38-6 win over Preston tonight. George Triplett of Elkins High School, the winner of this week's Benny's Boot Hill Boot of the Week. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us tonight on Fifth Quarter, built by Trinity Homes. Fairmont Senior coming off a bye week after a 2-0 start, hitting the road once again to take on Buchanan Upshur. As we take you out to Tennerton, we pick things up on the first play for Fairmont, the first possession for Fairmont Senior. Michael Toothman gets the carry. He's going to pick up 18 yards with some very hard running before he's finally dragged down at the 5-yard line of BU. On the next play, Bryson Gilbert takes it across 5 yards. He crosses the plane before the fumble, so it's 7-0 West. Fairmont Senior would then get a 3-and-out and get the ball back. Jake Abbott goes up top, and he has Talon Miller for a gain of 30 yards, and he County is down at the BU 1-yard line. But West fumbles the snap on first down. Then on third down, Jack Garcia brings down Abbott for a loss of 3 to the 15-yard line. That would set up field goal opportunity for David Childers. 32-yard attempt is true, and it is 10-0 Fairmont Senior through 1 quarter of play. Step ahead to the second quarter now, and Bryson Gilbert starts to chew up yardage. 12-yard touchdown run here off the right side. He's into the end zone to make it 17-0 Fairmont Senior. With under 3 minutes to go in the half, Gilbert with a big gainer here. He takes it 51 yards before he is finally brought just down short of the goal line at the 1-yard line. On third down now from the 1, Abbott on the sneak takes it across. That makes it 23-0 Fairmont Senior at the half. And the Polar Bears pick up their 3rd victory of the year. They move to 3-0 with a final of 43-7, and they've got a big matchup with University High at East West Stadium next week. What a game we have for you here in Southwestern. Good to see Dustin Koger back on the sidelines after falling ill last week. Lewis County taking on Braxton County. Lewis up 27-8 at the half. Braxton quarterback Heath Cottrell finds Lucas Bonnet for a 44-yard touchdown, and the deficit is down to 2 scores. It's 27-14. Lewis leads. The Minutemen defense would respond. On their next defensive possession, Caleb Gannon brings down Cottrell with the sack. The drive would continue, but they go for it on 4th and 9 from their own 18. Thomas Hogan bats the pass down, would have liked to have had the pick, but Lewis gets the ball on the turnover on downs. And 3 plays later, they cash it in. Luke Dublin with a 3-yard touchdown. That makes it 34-14. Braxton would answer late in the 3rd. Bonnet with a 1-yard touchdown run. It's 34-22. Braxton trails by a dozen at the end of 3. Early in the 4th now. Braxton facing 4th and 17. Cottrell to Tayton Stout. Hook and ladder. Bill Haddock's playbook is open. Seth Arnold takes it in 43 yards for the score. It's 34-28. The Lewis defense needs a stop. They would get it. Jack Vara recovers a fumble at the 43-yard line, so Lewis County gets the ball back midway through the 4th quarter, still up by 6. But with 1:30 to go, Braxton has it. 4th and 8 in Lewis County territory. Cottrell to Arnold. He goes 34 yards, spinning his way through tacklers. The PAT would be good, and Braxton is up 35-34 with 1:20 to go. Does Lewis County have an answer in them? Well, Adam Cutlip takes care of that on the ensuing kickoff. Cutlip takes it all the way back, breaking 2 tacklers, and he is gone. 40-35, Lewis County with a game-winning touchdown with 70 seconds left on the clock. An excellent game for both teams in Southwestern. The Minutemen pick up their 3rd consecutive victory. We'll put a wrap on 5th quarter built by Trinity Homes coming up right after this. We put a wrap on the show with the Trinity Homes play of the week, and you just saw it, the game-winning touchdown from Lewis County's Adam Cutlip with 70 seconds remaining on the clock. Kickoff return for the touchdown, the decisive margin for Lewis County in their 40-35 win over Braxton County. Be sure to join us on WVFX Fox 10 for 5th quarter extra built by Trinity Homes. We are joined live in the studio by North Marion head coach Darren Hayes. We'll see you on Fox 10 in about 90 seconds.